Hello and welcome to City Yoga. My name is Luke and this is going to be a 30-minute basic yoga flow practice. So we're going to begin our practice by laying all the way down on our backs. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall open. And placing the left hand at your heart, take the right hand to your belly and closing your eyes. Just begin to draw your breath in and out through the nose. And with each inhale, we're going to allow the breath to get deeper. Think about lengthening your breath as you breathe out. And on your very next exhale, just go ahead and stay empty, pausing at the bottom, drawing the belly down some more, and trying to flatten through your low back. Let's take a half breath in, drawing your breath in towards the belly and pausing. We're going to hold the breath there. Keeping the right hand on your belly and the left hand on the heart. Take another big inhale, try to expand the chest, press your shoulders back, and then open your mouth, sigh the breath out. Flatten the lower back, drawing in your belly. Take a half breath in, pausing. Take a nice full breath in, and sigh it out. And next we're going to extend the legs towards the top of the mat, lengthen the arms in the other direction, and just go long from top to toe. Take a nice big inhale towards the circle the knees in one direction, circle the knees in the other direction. And when you come back to stillness, draw the knees in and gently rock from side to side. So we're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position, or maybe rolling to your side and coming through a fetal position. Just gradually find your way back up into a seat. Take and cup your hands around your knees. Inhale the shoulders down into your back body, bringing the chest up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, just start to slowly round back. Tuck the chin, widen the shoulders. And again, pressing forward as you breathe in, press your shoulders down, and round back as you breathe out. And slowly bring yourselves back to a neutral position and transition to all fours. As we shift into tabletop, we're going to begin by spreading the fingers, drawing the hands under the shoulders, and bringing the hips and knees in line with each other. Lower the belly as you breathe in, round the back as you breathe out. And just continue to go at your own pace. Inhale to drop your belly, exhale into round, still channeling our breath in and out through the nostrils. Try to widen the shoulders as you press away from your mat. Try to dial in the elbows as you lower the belly down, shining the chest forward, pressing the weight into our finger pads, moving it out of your wrists, and eventually just bringing ourselves back to stillness again. Let's draw the right leg up, bend the knee and flex the foot, and just start to guide your right knee towards the ceiling to open the hip. Take here to roll the foot in one direction and roll in the opposite direction. We're going to square the hips up again, extend the right leg back and draw it down. So bring the weight back into your finger pads, push back into that right heel. And shifting forwards, float the right leg. So maybe your hands move slightly forward to the shoulders here if that feels good. We're going to spin our elbows in and shine the chest forward. Push back through the heel. Engage the belly. Soften the elbows inward and just lower the chest down. And slowly come up and draw the knee in towards your nose. And gradually come undone, transitioning back into tabletop. And we'll extend the left leg back, flex the foot, Bend the knee and gradually, slowly begin to open the hip up by drawing the left knee upward towards the ceiling and rolling the ankle, rolling the other way. And square the hips off, draw the chest back to the front, step your left foot down and push back into your left heel. Shifting forward, float the left leg, dial the elbows in, try to press your chest forward. And keeping the hips squared and the belly engaged, soften your elbows inward as you lower down towards your mat. Inhale, press back up. On the exhale, bring the knee in towards your nose. And gradually come undone, bringing the left knee to join the right and just sinking back into a child's pose. Allow your elbows and forehead to come onto your fingertips. Press. Breathe in, come back to the center. Breathing out, gazing. Walk your fingers forward. Downward. Press down and lift the heart up. Rounding back into our child's pose. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, sink the hips, pressing away from the mat. And then from here, we're going to transition to tabletop. So walk your hands back underneath the shoulders, knees back underneath the hips, and turn the fingers on both hands to face you or as far towards you as you can. So maybe that's just out to the side, maybe that's all the way back to face your knees. Soften your shoulders back and engage the belly. And just begin to shift back and forth, maybe flowing with your breath. Inhale to glide forward, pressing more into the heel of your hand. Exhale to press back. Claw the mat with your fingers. And then flip the palms over so that your knuckles are pressing into your mat. Fingers are facing towards you. Press down into the heel of the hand and shift the weight back. As you shift forward, you're going to come undone, just coming back into a neutral position. Sink back into that child's pose. And then inhale your shoulders back over the wrists, tuck your toes and push back into down dog. So I'm going to press the hips to the ceiling and start to pedal the feet out. Float the heels up as you breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, lower the heels back down. Inhale, raise the heels again. Exhale, lower. And from here, we do to a plank position. Bring your shoulders over the wrist, actively pressing away from the floor and back into your down dog. And just twice more. Inhale, find a plank position. Shoulders are back, elbows are in. Exhale into down dog. On your next inhale, shift forward and let your knees come down. Tuck in the elbows and lower the chest all the way down. So find ourselves flat on our mat. And just go ahead and start to cupcake your fingers out in front of you. So moving your hands forward of your shoulders, we're going to come onto our fingertips. Try to draw the elbows to face towards the ceiling and engage the belly. As you breathe in, press to lift. As the heart lifts, let your shoulders soften down, elbows dial in, and then breathe out, soften back down again. And again, inhale, lifting. And exhale, lower. You're going to extend that right arm out as far as you can. So reaching out at an angle on a diagonal. Draw your left hand underneath your shoulder and put a bend into your left knee. Flexing the foot. Beginning to roll onto our right hip. Side. So stretching through that right shoulder here. Come back to your stomach and bring the right hand in. So it's underneath your shoulder. Walk your left fingers out at an angle, stretching past the top left corner of your mat. Put a bend into your right knee and rolling onto your On the exhale, coming back onto your stomach. We're going to walk our hands under the shoulders, hug the elbows in, and press all the way up. And we'll keep the knees grounded. Maybe shift them a little bit wider. Go ahead and anchor your left hand, spiral the right hand to the ceiling. And then reach underneath the body towards the left side, bringing the right shoulder to the mat. That left, letting the right arm extend. And then anchor the left hand to fingertips. And inhale your right arm all the way up again. Make a fist and roll the wrist. Roll in the other direction. And then come undone. So bring the right hand to the mat. Inhale the left hand to the ceiling. Thread it through. Coming to your left ear, your left shoulder. Grounding through the right. And shifting the weight into that left side. Anchoring that right hand again. Inhale the left arm back up, make a fist and roll the wrist. Roll the other way. And just slowly come undone. So we'll keep our knees wide, walk our hands forward. As you inhale, press forward and allow your shoulders to fall back. On the exhale, sink your hips towards your right heel. Lengthen the arms. Rounding forward, we're going to inhale as we shift forward again, letting our shoulders fall back. Exhale, sink back towards your left heel. And just shift forward on the inhale. Bring your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhaling here. And then tucking the toes, lower the belly, and round all the way back up into your down dog. Send the hips towards the ceiling. Float the heels. Gently sway from side to side. And just gradually come back to stillness. Release the hands. And play with shifting the weight. And then sinking back into the heels. So ground the toes, hover the heels just an inch or so. And then sink back, let the toes float up. And take the palms to your shins. Press the chest forward as you inhale. Draw your elbows in. Exhale, forward again. Soften the knees here. Up one at a time. Draw your hands all the way up towards the ceiling. And then bring your hands to the center. And again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale to heart. One more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. Anchor through the right foot and step your left foot back. We're going to step the left foot back in an angle, so we're going to kind of wide a base between our feet. Our right foot is more over to the right side of the mat, and the left is towards the left. Ground your back heel. Make sure those back toes are pointing towards 11 o'clock, and then try to turn the hips, the trunk to face the front. Sink into your right knee. Draw the arms overhead, still anchoring the back heel. Soften the shoulders down your back. And just hold your warrior one here. So extend the arms overhead if that feels comfortable. Got the option of release a goalpost in the hands to release some pressure in the shoulders, or even bringing your hands to heart center. But if you're in that full expression of warrior one, draw the arms to the ceiling and spread your fingers wide. Draw your shoulders down. Push into that back heel to drive your hips forward. Sink into that front right knee. I'm going to spiral the trunk towards the front. And then inhale the hands to the heart. On the exhale, hinging forward, let your back heel lift, soften the back knee, and just baby step your way forward. Pausing here to make sure that right foot is grounded. As you hinge forward, soften the right knee. Maybe just shift the weight forward. If it's in your practice, that left leg can come up. Curl the toes, retract the shoulders, push back through the heel. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, bringing our feet back together. And just pull thumbs together. Engage. Pressing the arms up as you breathe in. Engage the belly and push your hips forward. Goalpost the hands. Interlace the hands behind the back here. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, lift the heart up. Press the shoulders and fists down. And fold forward as you exhale. Bowing the head. Tucking the chin. And softening the knees. We'll soften the hands to the low back. Allow the shoulders to soften. And release the hands down towards the mat. Sliding the palms up your shins. Take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to fold. Bow the head. Reach back up as you breathe in. Bring your hands back to heart center as you breathe out. Stepping our right foot back, preparing for warrior one. So our back toes are pointing towards 1 o'clock. We're going to ground that heel. Spiral the right hip forward and square the hips to the front of our mat. Take the arms overhead. Draw your shoulders down your back. Keep sinking into that front left knee. Keep pushing into your back heel. Relax the shoulders, engage the belly, and extend the arms. You're going to hinge and bring the hands to heart center. Float the left heel, right heel rather, soften the back knee, and just baby step your way into that balance. And it might mean keeping some weight on the back leg, it might mean bringing the back leg up. Retract the shoulders, extend the leg, and engage the belly. And just work on dialing the right toes down if that back foot is elevated. Engage your belly. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to find ourselves back to standing. And bring your hands to the heart. Reach up as you inhale and interlace the fingers at the top. Lengthen through the arms, drawing the belly. And just neutral. I'm going to keep the arms extended and the point. I'm going to ground the left heel and extend the arms over to the right. Inhale to the center. Ground the right heel, extend the arms. Come back to the center. The hand to the heart. I'm going to shuffle the feet together so that your toes touch. Take the arms overhead and keep the arms extended as you breathe. And soften the knees as you slowly sink into your chair, breathing out. So holding here. And drawing the belly and tuck the tail. If it's uncomfortable having the arms overhead, we can reach the arms forward or bring the hands to heart center. So tuck in the belly, tuck in the tail, bring more weight into your heels. If it's in your practice, sink a little bit lower, squeezing the thighs together. Take a big breath in, shift the weight into your toes. As you breathe out, maybe hover the heels and jet plane the hands. Pressing our shoulder blades together, shooting the fingers back, engaging the belly, lifting the heels. As you breathe in, draw the heels back down. As you breathe out, reach the hands forward. Press the hips back. Soften the shoulders back. And reaching all the way overhead on your next breath in. Forward as you breathe out. Inhale to a flat back. On the exhale, we're going to fold. Allow the feet to separate away from each other. And let your feet go wider than the hips this time. Start to soften the knees. If you can, take your two-piece fingers around the big toes. We're going to lower the hips, lift the heart forward as we breathe in, and then forward as we breathe out, bending the elbows, straightening the knees. Again, spin your elbows in, lower the hips, lift the heart up as you breathe in, and then folding as you breathe out, drawing the elbows out. And release the hands. Shuffle the feet back into a neutral position. Inhale the arms overhead. On the exhale, Folding right back down. This time, jet plane the hands as you breathe into a flat back. Fold as you breathe out. Right foot steps behind us. We're going to sink into that lunge. And just hold your runner's lunge so that we're framing the front foot with our hands. We're driving the hips downward, softening the shoulders back, and pressing the heart up. And then gradually begin to lower that right knee. And just find your way up into a modified lunge. So anchor through that front left leg, take the arms towards the ceiling, and then goalpost the shoulders down. Inhale the hands to heart center, engage. Add a twist to the right side, sink into that front foot, press the thumbs to heart center. As you come undone, inhale the arms overhead again. On the exhale, we're going to hinge forward and jet plane the hands back. Inhale the arms up, soften the shoulders, jet plane the hands back. Let's take one more big inhale, and then release the hands down as you exhale. Deepening that lunge, and then rounding back to lengthen and straighten our front leg. So folding forward here, bow the head and tuck your chin. Take a deep breath in, and side out. And deepen the stretch as you inhale. You're shifting forward on the exhale. Go ahead and tuck your back toes, pick up the back knee, rounding the back, and just stepping all the way up, coming to the top of our mat. So let the hands extend downward, but soften the knees and bow the head. Shoulders. Engage the belly and press your hips out. As you come back to neutral, release the hands out to the side, finding mountain pose. Keep retracting the shoulder blade. Next inhale, flip both palms towards the ceiling and gaze. Steps back, we're going to find ourselves in a lunge. So sink the hips down, lift the heart up. Holding this runner's lunge. And then go ahead and lower that back knee and come up into your modified lunge. We'll take the arms overhead, sink the hips down. And this time, just spread your fingers, soften the shoulders downward, spin the elbows and pinkies in, let your thumbs dial out, sinking a little bit deeper, grounding the left foot. And then coming to heart center with our hands, engage the belly, and twist thumbs to heart center. If you need to modify, you can stay upright and just draw your left hand to the right knee. And slowly come on down. We'll take the arms overhead, lower the hips, and then jet plane the hands. Inhale, reach up. Once more, big breath in, plug the shoulders down, and release the hands down as you breathe out. We're going to deepen the lunge as we breathe in, and then shift back as we breathe out. Stretching through the right leg, bowing the head, maybe curling the toes. And then shifting forward again. Just go ahead and slide that right knee back to join the left. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Spin your elbows in. Lower the belly and shine the chest forward as you inhale, and then round to down dog on the exhale. We're going to draw the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then bring that right knee in towards your right wrist. Shift into a plank position. Go ahead and set your right knee down into your left knee back. We're going to try to guide that right knee more towards the right side of our mat and the right foot towards the left, towards that left wrist. And if this works for you, you can stay here You can soften the shoulders, lengthen, and maybe transition down to your forearms. Maybe extend the arms and come down to your belly. Maybe make a pillow with the forearms and rest the head. So staying here if that works for you. If that doesn't, an alternative for taking that regular pigeon on our belly. For a more active stretch, float the left leg, take your hands to the left thigh and draw it in. And if you want even more, you'll take the shin instead and draw that in. And if you're in reclining pigeon, both directions, adding a little bit of movement to this hip opener. And if you're on your stomach, just try to share some of that weight with the left hip. So we're not just dumping into the right side, we're going to roll some weight into our left side. And we're going to keep softening the shoulders and expanding the chest forward and keeping some length and space in the neck area. And just bring your awareness back into your breath. Start to deepen the breath again. If you've got shallow, breathing in, extending as we breathe out. Add a pause in between. And if you're in reclining pigeon, you're just going to switch legs. If you're on your stomach, walk your hands under the shoulders, tuck your back toes, raising the knee, and finding down dog again. Send to the right foot, float the left leg, and then as you shift to plank, guide your left knee towards your left wrist, bringing it down. Drop your right knee and angle that left foot towards the right side. Try to square your hips, and then just start to lengthen. Coming down to our forearms if it's in your practice, or staying on your hands with the hands under the shoulders and sinking the hips. So just choosing your option for this pigeon. Maybe stay on your forearms, maybe rest the forehead down, shoulders back. Just gradually begin to come undone. Walk your hands back underneath you. If you're on your stomach, you're going to just shift your weight into your left side, swing the legs around. And we're going to all find our way down to our backs. Just lay down on your back and ground the feet to the floor. Taking the feet to hip distance. Press your palms into your mat. As you inhale, float the hips up towards the ceiling. Pause here. And if you like, you can interlace your fingers. Press the hips up some more. Try to engage the glutes, engage the belly, lengthen through the front hips. And just slowly come undone when you're ready. And extend the arms overhead, softening the elbows and shoulders, widen the feet, and just windshield wiper from side to side. Allow your knees to fall to the right, turn your gaze to the left, and grounding the shoulders. Take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, draw your knees to the left and turn your gaze to the right, keeping the shoulders grounded. Just slowly come back to the center. Both of your knees back in towards the chest. Hug in. And then gently rock from side to side. Eventually we're going to fall to one side and take a fetal position. And keeping your eyes closed, just walk yourselves up to a comfortable seat. Cup the hands around the knees and peel the shoulders down into your back body. And bringing the hands to heart center. And bow the head slightly. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Sip in some more. And sigh it out. Thank you all for joining me in practice. Namaste.